Welcome to Boss Properties. My name is Greyson Roberts, a realtor in the Springfield, Missouri area, and today we're going to take a look at the national real estate market. If you're in the market to buy, sell, or invest a home in the greater Springfield, Missouri area, give me a call, 417-501-4660, or simply email me, graysonroberts@kw.com. I'd be more than happy to help you buy, sell, or invest, and hey, if you're outside of my area and you're watching this video, still contact me because I can find you the best realtor in your neighborhood for your specific needs, whether it's selling, buying, or investing. Let's get into the video. Now, let's start today's video by looking at what's considered some lagging indicators. So take a look at this national U.S. market report prepared by Redfin. Essentially, it's saying that home prices are in fact starting to drop, but it's important to ask the question, what is considered a crash? Is it 10%? Is it 20%? Is it 30%? Well, back in the Great Depression, the biggest real estate crash, home prices dropped about 33%. And if you think about it, 33%, like that's a lot. That's a lot. Wouldn't wish it on anybody, but it's certainly no, getting half-priced home. So that's a very important metric to keep in mind. How much is considered a crash? Now let's take a look at another major factor contributing to the current real estate market. As you can see with this chart right here, tracking new construction permits, there's absolutely no real surge in new home construction permits being issued. If the real estate market were to truly crash, we would be needing to see a major influx on this chart. If we were to see a crazy abnormal spike in new home construction, well, that would ease the supply issue. Without that, demand is still red hot. Now, finally, let's take a look at mortgages. We've actually been seeing a pretty major decline in mortgages being issued, which is actually good for the real estate market, depending on who you ask and your perspective of it. And I totally forgot to pull up the exact statistic, but I'm pretty sure it's been like down 18% this quarter in new mortgages being issued, which, hey, they rose interest rates. That's kind of the whole point. According to bankrate.com, mortgage lenders issued 2.71 million residential home loans in the first quarter of 2022. This is the biggest downtrend since 2014. Furthermore, interest rates are still on the rise. Check out this chart from Freddie Mac. For those of you that don't realize how much of an impact mortgage rates have on your home buying purchasing power, a 1% increase in mortgage rates reduces consumer spending power by 10%. Rising interest rates coupled with already high home prices is pushing a lot of people out of the market, softening this seller's market. So it makes perfect sense that home prices are not growing as fast as they used to. But as for a crash, well, the simple issue of supply and demand has yet to be fixed and probably won't be fixed in the near future. If we drop 10% in value as of, a month ago, okay, that's pretty normal. I think most people in real estate expect that. But I think in general, a crash it just doesn't make sense. But home prices, Dave Ramsey is always talking about home prices are going to keep going up like crazy. Well, they can't go up at this rate. In 2 years, it would literally, everything would be like way out of reach. But I don't think it's going to crash, but I think it's definitely softening. It's going to continue. We're getting some new homes on the market. Rising interest rates is cutting down the competition. I'm a realtor and my job is to look at the market every single day, and I'm seeing more houses come on the market in my local area. Every market's a little bit different, but locally, we're seeing people actually go into price reductions a little bit here and there. I just sold a home for over asking. It's still good for sellers because it's still a crazy seller's market. And at the end of the day, what you should be rooting for depends on who you are. The investor side of me is like, yes, I would love a real estate crash because then I could gobble up a bunch of cheap properties. But another part of me, the realtor side of me, is like, well, I don't want a real estate crash because then my commissions will be significantly cut down and that'll affect that side of the business. So depending on if you're watching this video as a realtor or an investor, you're probably going to disagree or agree with some of the things I've said, but I'm basically just regurgitating just charts and facts. But that's my opinion. I don't think we're going to see a crash. I just don't. It's simple supply and demand. You look at the new home construction permits and all that stuff, rising interest rates. So it makes sense why home prices are falling, but as for a crash, I think you're going to be sitting on the sidelines too long, and then you're going to see prices start going back up at their regular pace, and you're going to be like, well, I missed my opportunity. And at the end of the day, should you buy a home? Should you buy an investment property? Well, it all simply depends on the numbers. They either work or they don't.